The opening tip to the Pistons, and we're underway at Little Caesars Arena. To Griffin. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Pass stolen by Detroit. Luke Kennard here against LaMarcus Aldridge. Down low for Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin missed his first. That one goes.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
San Antonio ball. DeRozan to Rudy Gay. Probing the defense. DeRozan down low, Aldridge. Short jumper misses. Jackson with it. Lead is 2. Down to Griffin. He was hacked. They let it go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go up 2 legs and expect the contact.
Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Down low for Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 2 of 4 now. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
To DeRozan. Rudy Gay. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Derek White with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. 3-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. The possession in favor of Detroit. Jackson to Griffin. Runner here won't go down. To DeRozan. Comes the screen. It's denied.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. From long range, his first effort off the mark. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Kennard to Jackson. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. San Antonio with the basketball. To the rim. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Jackson to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Blake Griffin, defended by the UConn product. Jackson to Griffin. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Aldridge. Rebounds claimed by Detroit. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's 3 for 7.
Every time I hear Blake's name, I think about what could have been. Yeah, Blake, I miss Lob City too.
DeRozan. Down low, Aldridge. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Jackson to Griffin. Another chance. That's rebounded by the Spurs. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Beyond the arc for 3. Message received. Well defended. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Reggie Jackson, couple of free throws on the way. A career 85% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Mills in possession. The score 10-8. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Ish Smith against Patty Mills. Griffin to Drummond. Short jumper off the mark. Mills in possession. 10-all is our score. Rudy Gay to Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now 4 for 6.
LA has finally accepted that post position down low on the block. What I mean by that is when he first got to the Spurs, he had Tim Duncan, and also throughout his tenure, he's had Dwayne Dedmon, where he hasn't had to be that anchor. He is a mid-range assassin and also somebody that has an array of moves on the block. If you confront the post, potentially double the post, make him a passer, or if he's on the perimeter, force him to put the ball down on the ground, you might have a chance to stop the big man.
Has a chance. Smith shot, no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
DeRozan with the basketball. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Jakob Poeltl at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-2 trip. To Smith. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Spurs have it. Patty Mills. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Galloway, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Shot from the lane won't go. Mills in possession. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. He'll put it up at the buzzer. It's good at the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. One quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Patty Mills to Aldridge. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. To Smith. Here's a chance from long range. The rebound taken by San Antonio. Spurs in possession. Patty Mills. Takes stock of the floor. Not that time. Mills in possession. His team up by 7. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Jackson to Stanley Johnson. And he'll go to the foul line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
No good on the second. It's a 1-2 trip. Right now, San Antonio's possession. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Bullock sizing up Bellinelli to Stanley Johnson. To Smith. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good. Mills in possession. His team on top by 8. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Jakob Poeltl has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Nope, first one does not go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Is Smith. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Fires the 3. Luke Kennard bothered just enough on that one. To Patty Mills. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. For 3, and Pachulia there to grab the rebound.
I got ball. That's me.
Screen coming. Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall. San Antonio ball. Patty Mills. Surveys the floor. Fires the 3. Can't get the bounce. Is Smith to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Blake Griffin against Rudy Gay. To Smith. Griffin. Mills in possession. It's a 9-point lead. Five to shoot for San Antonio. Going to launch beyond the arc and knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that 3-point shot than one instead from 22 feet.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is what it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
Screen coming. Luke Kennard up against Rudy Gay. To Griffin. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Griffin's shot won't go. Mills in possession. Lead is 12. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Here's Smith against Patty Mills. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Hey, screen.
Patty Mills. Here comes the screen. To Patty Mills. The Spurs with 4 on the shot clock. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. It's Detroit's ball. Griffin to Luke Kennard. Missed that one. His coach cannot be a happy camper.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Here's the whistle. 5 seconds. Back to the basket. Violation sends it the other way. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. to Luke Kennard. From the painted area, won't go down. To Rudy Gay. Shot clock winding down to Rudy Gay. Off the mark. Well contested.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
And draws contact. Andre Drummond going to the line to shoot two. Andre Drummond at the line. First try at the line, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. San Antonio with the basketball. To Rudy Gay. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Aldridge. Can't connect. Jackson with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. Nothing going here on that drive. To Griffin. Has a look. Reggie Jackson, not that time. To DeRozan. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Not going down for him this time. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Jackson with it. His guys trail by 13. .20-footer at the buzzer. It's good, just as the horn sounds. Inching a little closer, but still down at the break. First half in the books. All Spurs so far.
The Spurs have built a comfortable lead, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. These are the guys getting buckets for the San Antonio Spurs. The Pistons did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Field goals.
The Detroit Pistons weren't efficient with their shooting, and therefore they weren't effective with their offense. Their field goal percentage is lacking, and it's probably the biggest reason for their first half deficit. Most of their bricks were laid in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
LaMarcus Aldridge has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Spurs have it. Down low, Aldridge. And that one out of bounds off his spur. Jackson with it. His guy's down 11. To Griffin. Here comes the screen. Reggie Jackson matched up with Aldridge. To Drummond. Short jumper won't fall. To DeRozan. To Aldridge. The pass set it all up.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Luke Kennard at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. To DeRozan. Short jumper off the mark. To Griffin. Jackson. To Griffin. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. DeRozan to Rudy Gay. Turned away by Drummond. And he draws the contact. LaMarcus Aldridge will go to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Jackson with it. The deficit now up to 13. Blake Griffin matched up with Aldridge. To Reggie Jackson. Has a chance. Reggie Jackson. 3 for 6 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Rudy Gay. Can't connect. Aldridge to DeRozan. Collected by Drummond. Jackson with it. Trailing by 11. To Griffin. Kennard to Jackson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Defense was ready. Reggie Jackson unable to hit. To Aldridge. Around the perimeter. And draws the foul.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
LaMarcus Aldridge. Couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. able to convert on both free throws. Pistons have it. Jackson to Griffin. And he throws it down. Andre Drummond with the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Runner here won't go. Luke Kennard guarded by LaMarcus Aldridge. To Drummond. He throws it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Drummond with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Pistons ball here. Jackson. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Aldridge. Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says 1 man can't beat 5, but we're watching 1 man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Reggie Jackson here against LaMarcus Aldridge. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Griffin. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. From long range. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Aldridge. Trying to cash in. How do you stop that? Aldridge knocks down the step back.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Jackson to Smith. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Oops, he missed the first one. No good. Missed them both. To Cunningham. Patty Mills to Aldridge. Five to shoot for San Antonio. Aldridge, no good. Galloway against Patty Mills. Ish Smith. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Spurs in possession. Patty Mills to Aldridge. Cashes in for two.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Ish Smith matched up with Bellinelli. Here comes the screen. To Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson, strong finish.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
To Patty Mills. Down low, Aldridge. From the painted area, won't go down. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a shot up off the mark. He'll let one fly from half court. The quarter comes to an end. The Spurs have the lead. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Shot from the lane won't go. Ish Smith. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Down low, Aldridge. That's blocked by...
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Down low, Aldridge. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
LaMarcus Aldridge trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. To Stanley Johnson. Down to Zaza. Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. Patty Mills to Cunningham. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Stanley Johnson. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To DeRozan. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. DeRozan. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Has a chance. Bellinelli, a shot, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
It's DeRozan. To Cunningham. DeRozan. Missed it. The follow won't go either. Jackson with it. His guys trail now by 4. To Luke Kennard. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Zaza Pachulia at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw up and good. A 3-point play. It's back to a 1-point game. DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. Screen coming. Ah, the monster stuff.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Bullock up against Rudy Gay. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
DeRozan with it. His team up by 1. Rudy Gay. Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken by Zaza. Ish Smith to Luke Kennard. Beyond the arc for 3. Luke Kennard bothered just enough on that one. To Rudy Gay.
Screen coming up, screen coming up.
DeRozan. Has a look. DeRozan with a shot off the mark. The possession in favor of Detroit to Luke Kennard. To Smith. Kennard. Bullock can't connect. Screen coming. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Ish Smith. To Luke Kennard. To Stanley Johnson. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Rudy Gay. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pick. Oh!
Oh! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for the San Antonio Spurs, number 18, Marco Bellinelli.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Rudy Gay trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Ish Smith to Drummond. And the reward, he's going to the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. To Rudy Gay. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Luke Kennard against White. To Smith. Luke Kennard slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
And he drains it.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Ish Smith up against Rudy Gay. Here comes the screen. To Smith. Deep left corner. Kennard. And he throws it down. Andre Drummond with the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Rudy Gay. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Jakob Poeltl has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Reggie Jackson picked up by Derek White. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Detroit with 4 to shoot to Reggie Jackson. Lets it fly from long range, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the first. Second and 3. Got it. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. San Antonio ball. To Aldridge. Probing the defense. Locked in. Here comes the screen to Aldridge. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Has a chance. Reggie Jackson, not that time. And now an intentional foul. So they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team. And at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
Goes 2 for 2. Corner 3 at the buzzer. It's the Spurs who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs edged out a close victory in today's game. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all of the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the San Antonio Spurs. The Pistons must be devastated after such a close loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Check out the leading scores for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
LaMarcus Aldridge was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.